Hey everyone, Kevin here from your Online Visibility Agency and 99 quid websites.co.uk. There you go. So today we're going to talk about in this video some of the top things that stop a site from going live. And this is client-based stopping a site from going live. And most of the time when we build websites, we've got a very well-oiled machine. We know our processes, we know what information we need, we know the backwards and forwards, the communication channels, and we get it done real swift. And when I say swift, we're talking between 2 and 6 weeks for an average site build against other agencies that take anything from 4+ months. So we're pretty fast in doing what we do, and we're becoming very well known in the south of England for exactly this, building quality, market-driven websites for small businesses at pace. But we do sometimes get clients that decide, for whatever reason, they're going to slow proceedings down. And I just want to go through some of the main things and main points that if you're having a website done, or certainly if you're having a website done by us, these things you need to be made aware of. So the first thing that happens is images. We struggle often to get images from clients for whatever reason it may be. They may decide that they're disorganized and they can't find them. They want to use all their own images, but they're all taken on different shapes and sizes and different resolutions, different phones, different cameras from different time periods and everything in between. And then they decide to send them all over by WhatsApp, which degrades the image, right? It doesn't work out particularly well. So we sometimes end up having this whole battle of, we don't want to use stock images, and sometimes you shouldn't, against, we only want to use our images, but we're not willing to give them to you in a timely fashion. So we end up sitting there waiting forever and a day and hassling to get the images that we need to get the site looking the way it should do to get it completed. So if you're looking to get a website done, a new website done, go through your image library, sort out what's good, sort out what you want on that site. If you know there's a purpose for it or you'd like it included, we can always disclude stuff when you send it to us and go, they're not good enough. But if you never send us anything, it becomes a bit of a problem. So the first one is images. The second one is proofing copy. When we do websites, 99% of the time, we deal with a lot of tradespeople, a lot of service providers. They'll give us an idea of their service. They'll tell us what they're about. They'll give us their unique perspectives. They'll go through a whole series of Q&As with us and fact finding, and then our writers will write the copy for them. Now, of course, we can't just put it out like that because we're not them. So it would be wrong for us to just go, there's your copy, off you go, have a nice life. We need them to go through, read what we've written, and make any adjustments that are necessary. Is this point right? Is that point correct? Is this still current legislation? Is this still the way that you do things? Do you operate in a slightly different fashion, etc., etc., and tweak the copy that we do? But often we find that they're just too busy. So it takes time and time to go through that type of content. So that slows down the process again. And then we get to the point of number 3, which is they're unable to make a decision. They're so unsure of what they need and what they want that they actually end up in this paralytic state of not actually being able to make a decision. And therefore, we have to guide them in a kind way to say, you need to make a choice. Remember, it's the internet. If we put this image up now, or we put that bit of text up now, you know what, tomorrow we can change it. But if we never put anything out, you're never going to get a site that's completed and out and representing your business in the way that you want. So it's about making our clients feel brave enough to actually move forward to make that decision, because ultimately we can't go live with a site until a client says, make that page live, make that site live. We can't do it until then because it's their responsibility. So a little bit of coaching on that. And if you're very undecided or you're very nervous about things like this, then you need to find a web developer like us that will help and guide you through that process. But we need to know it from the beginning. I'm nervous about having a new site put out. Maybe things haven't gone well before, and then we can factor that into the build and we can work on that as we go along, not get it as a nice surprise a day before it's meant to be launched. Number 4, being busy, always being busy, never being contactable. You've got a big project going on with a website. A website is your online destination of choice. It's where all of your superhero fans want to come and view what you're about, and it should take a priority in what you're doing. Never above and beyond paid work, of course, but we're flexible in the ways that we work here. So we will take weekend calls if necessary. We will take evening calls if necessary. If you ring me up at midnight, I'm not going to be too happy. But if you say to me, I'm out, I'm doing this, I'm not going to be back till 7 o'clock. Can we book something in for 8 o'clock? Yeah, fine, no problem. I'll give you 20 minutes and let's get stuff really focused and sorted. If it's done all of the time and it becomes a bit of a pattern, then we'll reassess and we'll work through it. But remember, our build time 2 to 6 weeks, it's never that long. But when we get, I'm too tired, I can't concentrate, I can't think about this, it's yet another unable to decide situation. And it's a procrastination, which leads on to point 5, which is self-sabotage. Self-sabotage where you know it's good for you, you know what you're having built is exceptional, the quality of our work is through the roof, but you're worried for some reason about what your mate will think, or what your sister will think, or what your mum will think, or what the next person down the road doing the same business as you will think. And therefore you decide to sabotage it and delay and delay and delay and delay, because you're actually frightened that this may well work for your business, because you've been so comfortable for so long, either with a really poor website underperforming or with no website at all, that suddenly you get something that could genuinely bring you in more business and put you under maybe a bit of pressure. You're nervous about it, so you sabotaged it before it happens. It's quite common. I hear it from a lot of people where they do get to that point. And our job is to give them a reality check of, look, this is business. It's a business tool. It's there to do its job. We're going to make sure it does its job as effectively as possible. Your job is to deal with that. And that may well be saying no to inquiries coming in. It may well be looking at growing your team or whatever it is. But you can't stop a project in progress because you're willing to sabotage yourself, because you sabotage the project and the web developer at the same time, which is not great. And lastly, the fear factor comes in, and that fills in with this last one of self-sabotage. People do get really frightened of having that level of exposure, having something out there that's new. They fear, what will somebody think of me? Will they judge me for doing this? Will my customers think I'm charging them too much because I've just invested in a new website, and all of those types of things? And the honest answer is no, they will like it more because you are investing in yourself and your business, and you're looking to up your game in what you're doing. If you represent yourself badly or not at all online, then you're doing yourself and your customers a disservice, in my opinion. But then, of course, I'm an online person, so I'm going to say that. But all the research says it as well. So you need to think about that when you're sitting there in your place of fear. You're sitting there self-sabotaging. You're sitting there making yourself so busy you can't deal with this. You're sitting there unable to decide. You're sitting there avoiding proofreading stuff that's gone on, or you're messing about with images because you don't want to move this project forward. Think about your motivation behind booking it in the first place. You booked it because you were excited to get something done, but when that reality kicks in, sometimes all of these elements kick in too. And with us, we'll guide you through it, we'll help you through it, and we will give you a little bit of a nudge in the right direction, because if you invest your money on a website or marketing with us, we want to make sure you get your money's worth. So therefore, we're going to make sure that you're pushed and doing the right thing for you and your business. So if you're sitting there thinking, you know what, this makes a lot of sense, and I fancy looking and revamping my website, getting a new website up, it says it in the name of the title, 99quidwebsites.co.uk, 3 pages, 100, just under 100 quid, and then 50 quid a page. It's not hard. Drop us a message. Be absolutely delighted to have a conversation with you and see if we can help you out. Thanks everyone. Have a great day. See you on the next video.